everybody, welcome back to my channel. Coming to you today with another original idea that I thought of when I was walking around the Dollar Tree. I want to make a couple of oversized dragonflies. What I'm going to do with those is a variety of things. I can either hang them on the wall as is, I can incorporate them in a spring wreath, I can hang them on my patio or on my fence outside. There's just lots of different things I could do with these. And I just thought, when I saw this placemat of such the pretty colors, I thought I would try this and see if it worked out. Now what I picked up was a couple of these bamboo spoons in the kitchen area and then one vinyl placemat. That'll give me 2 sets of wings so that I can make 2 dragonflies. Now the rest of the supplies I just pretty much had in my stash. I'm going to cover up the handles of the spoons with some jute twine, and that's to help cover up that little hole so it doesn't look like a wooden spoon. And instead of hot glue, because some of you may use these outside, this wood is soft enough where I think an office stapler is going to work just fine. It will penetrate that wood pretty easily. Now you're also going to need some craft wire, and I'm also going to paint my spoons to give them a little more finished look. And I just picked 2 colors in my stash, a dusty green, kind of a sage color, and a cream beigey color that kind of match the placemats, because I just didn't want them to look like unfinished wooden spoons. I also needed some kind of dragonfly wing pattern, and I went ahead and pre-recorded how I found this image. I'm going to go ahead and insert that now and show you where I found it. I just Googled images dragonfly wing template, and here are my results. I actually liked the look of the second one, so I double clicked on that, and it took me to a bigger screen of that, and it said visit the source. And then that's when it took me to a website called robives.com. I'll put the link in the bottom just so you have it. In the back window, I already have my pages open to landscape. So if you're using Word or whatever word processing you're using, just make sure it's landscape. So I'm just going to drag my wings over to my page. And with it being landscape, that means I have 11 inches I can increase this to. That's about as big as I can get it without having to piece together paper. And then I can always cut it a little bigger once I get it printed. So when I hit print, this is what my printed page is going to look like. And here it is. So now I'm going to use this to create my wings. So now I have all my supplies ready, and the first thing I want to do is go ahead and give my spoons a coat of paint. And just so you know exactly what paint I'm using, it's the Anita's acrylic, and it's the color Dusty Green. After my spoons dried, I just didn't like them flat, so I took a piece of rough sandpaper, and because I don't want to put eyes or anything on them, they're just going to be blank here, but with the antennas coming from the back. And so I just took some sandpaper and kind of distressed the end right there, and then up around the back of the spoon, just to give the back of the spoon a little character. I wanted to show you my finished wrapped spoon. This is the back of the spoon, but this is where I started and stopped. I just secured the twine right under the hole, was able to cover the hole up, wrapped the whole handle, and secured it on the front of the spoon. And this is the back is what's going to be showing. So now I'm going to wrap the second one. All right, my spoons are wrapped now, and I love the look of those. Now to create my little antennas, I just took about 10 inches of black wire and just twisting it just to make mine a little thicker. You may have some thick black wire, or whatever you have, even some thin wire ribbon, whatever it takes to create 2 little antennas similar to that shape. I'm going to give you a close-up of how I stapled my little antennas on there. This is the front of the spoon. Stapling on a curved surface, you may need to use a couple staples, but once you get the couple staples in there, your antennas are really secure, and then you can kind of twist and tweak your antennas to make them look a little even. As far as my wings, and so I taped my pattern onto my placemat according to what color I wanted my wings to be. All right, I have my wings cut out of my placemat now, and it went surprisingly well. I had my pattern taped really well, and I just went a little bigger than my pattern so my wings would be bigger. And that's the good thing about nature, is nothing's perfect. Even if they are a little slanted, they weren't cut out perfect, but that just adds to the nature of it. So now all I got to do is just separate my wings from my pattern like this, and then I'm going to staple it to the front of my spoon just like I did my antennas, because the back of the spoon is going to be the correct side of the dragonfly. And I really wanted to just show you how I have the wings stapled in there. The bottom set is just stapled straight on, left and right. The top set is angled up a little bit. So I just stapled them straight on and I flipped it over, and just something wasn't right about the wing placement. You may just want to consider angling your top wings to give it a more dragonfly look. So I'm gonna find somewhere to display these and show you my finished project. All right, I've brought you into my dining room here, and this is where I decided to put my dragonflies. I have an antique sewing machine table here that I have a few spring things on. I really haven't decorated for spring yet, but I have a greenery wreath that stays up here pretty much year round, and I just stuck them in there. I've always loved dragonflies. I could have embellished these a little more if I had chosen to, but I just like the plain look of them and how they look on the wreath like this. If I was making it specifically for this wreath, I may have bought a little smaller wooden spoons. You can find them at other dollar stores or even Walmart or somewhere. Making these out of spoons and a vinyl placemat is just too cute. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it inspires you to find a place for some oversized dragonflies in your house. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.